So, Tom Cruise has seen the Flash movie because he wanted to. Tom Cruise, Top Gun, Top Gun Maverick, the Mission Impossible movies, Jerry Maguire, the star of all these iconic movies, wanted to see the Flash. So, in a conversation with Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav, talking about the Flash movie, Tom Cruise was curious and went, "Hey, I want to see this movie." And what do you say when Tom Cruise says, "I want to see one of your movies"? Well, you say, okay. So get this, Tom Cruise watches the movie and then praises it, stating how good the movie is, which makes it even more exciting for all of us fans to watch this movie because it's had a lot of controversy surrounding it for a very long time. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Warren Thompson, and today we have a lot of great news to talk about, including what Tom Cruise has said about the Flash movie. We have to talk about the new Superman movie and its director and release date. And of course, we have to talk about James Gunn talking about Ben Affleck and everybody calling him a so-called liar. We'll break this all down for you in this video. So no, I am not kidding. Tom Cruise, the man who the legendary Steven Spielberg said saved Hollywood with Top Gun Maverick. And basically, he loved it. He even called the director after watching the movie. Now, this is coming from a report from The Hollywood Reporter, and we're just going to read it from the website because it's an awesome article, and the story of Tom Cruise watching the Flash movie is so great, and it gives me a lot of hope for this movie. Now, the article starts off just by stating some facts about the movie. It states its June 16th release date, and it does state how James Gunn, the new DC co-head, called it probably one of the greatest superhero movies ever made. And with just the first trailer, we can see how that can totally be possible. Fingers crossed, but it goes on to say, sources tell The Hollywood Reporter that Cruise has seen the movie and loved it so much that he cold called the movie's director, Andy Muschietti, to rave about it. They state, in late February, according to several sources, Cruise had a meeting with Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav, during which the mogul mentioned how great the movie was. Cruise's curiosity piqued, then asked to see it. And as we talked about, Zaslav said yes, and a copy of the movie was sent over to Tom Cruise's home. The article continues and says, but as an insider says, this was no casual messengering. A Warner's employee brought the movie to Cruise's home in Beverly Hills and stayed until after the actor had finished watching the movie. It is unclear on what format Cruise watched it, whether it was digital or film. When Cruise finished, the movie was given back to the messenger, who returned it to the studio. Cruise was so taken by what he saw that soon after, he reached out to Muschietti. It was a call out of the blue for the director. Cruise is said to have raved about the movie, saying something to the effect that Flash is everything you want in a movie, and this is the kind of movie we need now. That is insanely high praise from Tom Cruise, a man who loves good cinema. He said it's a movie that we need right now. So you just have to think that if Tom Cruise has praised this movie, it's gotta be pretty dang good. But now, of course, something else that fans are wondering is, what was the meeting about with Warner Brothers Discovery? Is Tom Cruise about to join the new DC universe? Tom Cruise met with the CEO of Warner Brothers Discovery, and that meeting led to him wanting to watch the Flash movie because he was curious about it. Well, now we're all curious about what his meeting was about. It obviously led to a conversation about DC and the Flash, which made him curious about the movie. So could Tom Cruise have met with David Zaslav to talk about a possible future in the DC universe? Well, we know that in Chapter 1 of the new DCU, a Lanterns project is going to be coming, focusing on a few different Green Lanterns. Well, we know that a long time ago, a few years ago, there were a lot of rumors going around stating that Tom Cruise could be the next Hal Jordan. Now, at this point in time, we're not sure if there's any validity to that, but that is the first thing that comes to our head if Tom Cruise is joining the DC universe. Now, of course, there are many other roles that he could play, and if you think of one that you think he would be perfect for, please let us know in the comments down below. And let us know if you'd be excited for Tom Cruise to join the DCU. Now, what could have gotten Tom Cruise excited about the upcoming projects for the DCU, including the Flash movie, which is supposed to reset the universe, what could have got him excited is maybe they gave him a little bit of a preview as to what's to come with their upcoming projects. One of those could be Superman, as it looks like it is gaining a lot of traction now. James Gunn has officially announced that he is going to be directing and writing the movie. In true James Gunn fashion, he took to Twitter stating, Yes, I'm directing Superman Legacy to be released on July 11th of 2025. Then he goes on to actually praise the script that he has so far, and he talks about how the movie is emotional for him, stating, "My brother Matt told me when he saw the release date he started to cry. I asked him why, he said, 'Dude, it's Dad's birthday.' I hadn't realized." Then he goes on to talk about how he is getting emotional about writing the script and actually gives us a plot synopsis of what the movie is going to be about. In the same thread, he tweeted, "I lost my dad almost 3 years ago. He was my best friend. He didn't understand me as a kid, but he supported my love of comics and my love of film, and I wouldn't be making this movie now without him. It has been a long road to this point. I was offered Superman years ago. I initially said no because I didn't have a way in that felt unique and fun and emotional that gave Superman the dignity he deserved. Then, a bit less than a year ago, I saw a way in many ways centering around Superman's heritage, how both his aristocratic Kryptonian parents and his Kansas farmer parents inform who he is and the choices he makes. So, I chose to finally take on writing the script, but I was hesitant to direct, despite the constant pestering by Peter Safran and others to commit. Sorry, Peter. Just because I write something doesn't mean I feel it in my bones, visually and emotionally, enough to spend over 2 years directing it, especially not something of this magnitude. But the long and the short of it is, I love this script, and I'm incredibly excited as we begin this journey. Hashtag up, up, and away." So James Gunn is already praising his own script and giving us a little bit of a tease of what to expect from the new Superman movie, telling us that Superman Legacy tells the story of Superman's journey to reconcile his Kryptonian heritage with his human upbringing as Clark Kent of Smallville, Kansas. He is the embodiment of truth, justice, and the American way, guided by human kindness in a world that sees kindness as old-fashioned. So it really sounds like James Gunn is going to be diving into who Clark Kent really is, which I am personally really excited to see. But of course, we want to hear from you. Let us know what you think about this down below in the comments. And as I mentioned, we can't wrap on DC news without talking about the big controversy surrounding James Gunn and Ben Affleck lately. A lot of people have heard at this point, but if you haven't, it's an interesting story and maybe we can help shed some light on it. Back in December, when James Gunn tweeted announcing a Superman movie is coming, he stated that "I am writing and have been for a while. We don't know who is directing it." A Twitter user replied to him, "Could Ben Affleck direct it?" In which he replied, "Met with Ben yesterday precisely because he wants to direct and we want him to direct. We just have to find the right project." So many fans were really excited about this and kind of assumed that that right project could possibly be a Batman movie, since Ben Affleck expressed interest in directing a Batman movie in the past. However, in a recent interview with The Hollywood Reporter, Ben Affleck said that he would absolutely not direct something for James Gunn's DC. He said, "I would not direct something for the James Gunn DC. Absolutely not. I have nothing against James Gunn. Nice guy. Sure, he's going to do a great job. I just wouldn't want to go in and direct in the way they're doing that. I'm not interested in that." So a lot of people have been calling James Gunn a liar, stating that he lied. He didn't really meet with Ben Affleck because Ben Affleck just said, "I don't want to direct anything." He actually said absolutely not. He spoke in absolutes. However, here's what we think happened and what a lot of people are saying probably happened. James Gunn stated this back in December, in mid-December, December 14th. This came out yesterday, so 3 months have passed by, including the release of the first chapter of DC. Well, actually, only about half of the first chapter of the DC slate has been revealed. So what most likely happened is that James Gunn did meet with Ben Affleck. They talked about a possible future, but then the entire slate was revealed and Ben Affleck went, "No, I don't want anything to do with any of those projects," which would mean James Gunn didn't lie. There's probably a lot of subtext that we don't know about and a lot of conversations that have happened in between these 3 months that have led to Ben Affleck stating, "No, absolutely not." But James Gunn typically shines light on situations like these, so let's wait and see if he actually says something about this situation. In the meantime, let us know your thoughts on the new DC universe and the direction that it is going. Also, let us know your thoughts on Tom Cruise's Flash comments and James Gunn now directing and writing Superman Legacy. Please don't forget to like the video, and of course, if you want to stay up to date on the latest DC Universe news, be sure to subscribe to the channel. You could also follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and as always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.